Hello and welcome to Edoreld's Let's Play episode 4. This is Edoreld, and as you can see, I'm crafting myself 2 conveyor belts because I wanna upgrade my extractor and also add something that is pretty cool, and I'm gonna show you in a sec. So first of all, extractor upgrade to an automatic extractor. Make sure the output is facing here by shift right clicking, and now everything I put in here, it's gonna output into here if the button is pressed. It is perfect. So I just noticed the vanilla hoppers aren't actually working for some reason, so I'm gonna replace them with of course I need a functioning pickaxe to make that work. I'm gonna replace them with chutes from buildcraft. I think that's the right pronunciation. But I wonder if I can recycle them. Not in the macerator, I guess. Nope. Alright. Well, I guess I just wasted some resources, or I can use them in some other stuff. So let's make some chutes. And the making process is almost the same. Just need to make myself also a cobblestone gear. Stone gear. And then I need 5 iron, 10 iron then in total, which I already have, and some chests. And then shoot, and hopefully that'll work. Perfect. Now I need to take off the electric furnace, actually, because you cannot put covers on the front side, and I want to put a conveyor belt on the front side. I'm gonna make it face the generator. And let's see if this still works. I mean, if the output faces here, yeah, it's facing the chest, perfect. So I'm just gonna put my conveyor module upgrade here, and now I need to craft myself a screwdriver. And I'm really low on wood. I'm gonna have to craft myself some, gather some. Screwdriver of Greg Tech you craft like this, and you can click on covers to change its mode, and in this case I've changed the conveyor module cover to import, which means anything, it's gonna take items from an inventory attached to that side of the machine. Now I just need enough wood to make myself chest, and I think if I combine all of this, that could work. Perfect. And now supposedly anything that I put in this chest will be put into the left slot of this machine, which I can't access anymore. But let's see if that is true. Let's see something that I can furnace, like some cobble. I have 1 piece of cobble. If I put it here and I wait a little bit because it's not instantaneous, maybe an iron ingot too, why not? Oh, I cannot access the machine because I'm touching it on the cover side, of course. And it's not importing because it's not working actually. There you have it, perfect. So now I can put all of my ores in here, and I can put anything I only want to smelt in here. So let's put some iron ingots, why not? Perfect, I love these basic Greg Tech machines. Alright, so now my plan is, first of all, I want to upgrade my pickaxe because it doesn't last that long, and I want to make it faster. So to make it faster, I'm gonna need some redstone, and for me to be able to upgrade it faster, I'm gonna need to make redstone blocks. So 5 redstone blocks, that's 45 redstone, and then I'm gonna need 5. Alright, so to upgrade a tool with Tinker's Construct, you just put it here in the tool station, and different items make different things. So a diamond will add 500 durability, and then I wanna add some speed upgrades, so I'm gonna use redstone blocks. Oh, I'm guessing these are redstone blocks from tubestuff. I'm guessing they're not compatible. That's a pity. Another way you can do it is simply by putting redstone here, and you can keep putting it until you get, and on the right you see redstone 3 out of 50. So I want to reach to that level of 50, so I'm gonna do that and I'll be back. Oh, actually you can increase the process by putting 2 redstones here, 8, 10, etc. Alright, I'll be back. Alright, so I'm back, and I've upgraded my Destroyer of Worlds with durability and 2 modifiers of haste. So I've used 100 redstone to make it faster, and I'll test it in a bit. But now I have an idea in mind of something I want to make to implement automatic farming, and I'm gonna need some routers here, and you make them with plastic sheets. You need raw plastic, and you basically have to smelt rubber. So I'm not sure how much I'm gonna need, but I'm gonna grab all the materials and I'll meet you when I'm ready for crafting. So I'm off to get some wood because I'm completely out of it, and it's raining, so I hope I don't get any creepers knocking at my doors trying to convince me of their explosive ways. And that's a decent amount, even though it's I just like to gather what I need for what I want to craft at the time. Run away. Alright, so I got enough wood for what I need, and what I need is a planter from Minefactory Reloaded. A planter has an area of effect in which it's gonna try to plant seeds that you have to provide to it. So I'm crafting myself a piston now, because that's one of the materials I need. And it seems like it doesn't like these materials. I have to put it manually. Alright, piston. I also need some pots, and I went to get some clay before off camera, and I'm gonna craft myself a pot. Not in here, of course. Oh, alright, I need 2 pots, so alright, 2 pots, 1 piston, and plastic sheets and factory machine blocks, which is plastic sheets and some stone. So I've been smelting rubber in order to get plastic sheets. I got a decent amount of raw plastic, but raw plastic can be made into plastic sheets. And I just need some stone here, and I'll be able to make that thing. Alright, I just need 3 stone. I have 1 here and 2 here, perfect. Factory machine block, 3 plastic sheets, 2 flower pots, and 1 piston gets me a planter, perfect. So I should be able to rotate it with the Omni wrench. And now the question is, where do I put it? And I am gonna just keep it close to my base. Alright, so I need a new tool, new sword. So I think I'm just gonna put it here. Yeah, this is a perfect place. So you put it somewhere on the ground like this, then you give it seeds and it'll try to plant them for you, but you of course need to give it energy. And for that I'm gonna get some Stirling engines. Stirling engines are part of buildcraft, and you give them coal or charcoal and they will provide energy. Although I wonder if one of these new clockwork engines will also work, but I can't see the recipe for them, so maybe they're not available yet. Alright, so I'm just gonna make some Stirling engines instead. I'll need some cobble and some sticks. Three cobble, a piston, and a piece of glass. And I'm running out of coal here. Didn't want to use coal, but that's all I had at the time. I want to make myself as well an axe with the Tinker's construct. Alright, so piston, wood, and cobble, perfect. Alright, again, not identifying the recipe. And now I get myself a Stirling engine. Perfect. So I'm just gonna place it here. And I need to give it coal or charcoal or anything that has a fuel value, and then a redstone signal. So why don't I craft myself a lever? And I'll get a few more coal pieces. I don't really want to have it on all the time, because that would just consume the make it consume coal without it actually doing anything. So let's get some seeds as well. And I should not need to, I'm not sure if I actually need to hydrate the dirt. I think I'll do it just because I might need to. If I find my bucket, perfect. So by default it has a 3x3 area, which can be upgraded, but for now I'm just gonna use that. Alright, and it'll tilt for me, so I don't actually need to tilt. Alright, so it's got some seeds inside, and it's got, now I'm gonna give it some energy. Of course not with the wrench, because that's just gonna rotate the lever. Alright, now the engine should start working. Perfect. And this machine should start getting energy, and now it just planted one of the seeds. It tilted it and it planted it. And if I give it more seeds, it will plant 9 of them. Now I want to automate the putting in seeds in here, so I'm going to need another machine called a harvester. And I probably have most of what I need already. Factory machine block, some sheets. I'm going to need some more sheets, but that I have already. Isn't this how you craft them? No, 4 of them. Alright. And then a golden axe and 2 shears. Perfect. I got myself a harvester. And a harvester, just as the planter, requires power. and I'm gonna try to use the same steam engine to provide power to both tools. And this one doesn't need to be running anymore because you know, as far as I know, the planter doesn't make the plants grow, it just plants them. So when they're planted, you don't actually need to it doesn't actually need to do anything. And since I'm here, why don't I cut this rubber tree I planted before? Try to get some saplings. Alright, so harvester, how am I gonna feed it? I'm gonna use the same steam engine, which means I need to craft some energy pipes from buildcraft, which allow energy to flow through circuits. And I can either use stone, wooden, stone or golden. Golden are better, but of course they require gold, and the other ones require cobble or stone. But I like to use golden, and I'm gonna need a wooden conductive pipe, because that's the input pipe where you pump power. So some wooden conductive pipes. I just need one of them. That's where the Stirling engine is gonna output, and then some golden conductive pipes. Perfect. And in the future, I'll be using a different type of pipes. Wait, I haven't. These are just transport pipes for items, but I need to combine them with redstone to make them into conductive pipes, which transfer energy. Now this one is already upgraded. So in the future, I'll be using thermal expansions redstone conduits, which are a superior alternative to buildcraft energy pipes. But so far I don't have the means to make them. Alright, I'm just gonna put them here. And that should work. If I put an engine now, it connects. It should work like this, I think. Lever. And coal. And that should generate energy. There you go. That's flowing through the pipes in order to go here, and also to the planter. 321. There you go. It's going up. Perfect. So this is working just as I wanted it. Except for that machine needs to be moved. There you go. Now it's pointing to the crops. And when there are crops that are fully grown, it'll harvest them. So let's see it in action by applying some bone meal. And it seems like there's a skelly out there somewhere. Alright, so let's make a crop grow. And let's have some space down here, because it's gonna put the items it extracts directly behind it through the hole. There you have it. Now, how do I make it so the seeds go to the planter and the wheat go somewhere else? Well, for that I'm gonna need to make myself a router, which is also from a minefactory item. And I just need a chest, another one of those factory machine blocks, and 3 plastic sheets, which I have everything except for the chest and the redstone repeaters. So once I get those ready, I'll be back. Alright, just put in the final materials and I get 8 routers, which is cool, but I only need 1. I'm also gonna need one of these conveyor belts, which needs ceramic dye, and ceramic dye you make it with clay and bone meal. So let me see if I have some clay left, otherwise I'm gonna have to go hunt for some. Alright, I'll be back when I got some clay. And it seems like the cactus I planted grew already. Check those guys out. They're not as big as the one I found, but you know, they look pretty nice. Alright, so this is where I first found some clay. Wow, look at that slime. I'm hoping I'm gonna find a little bit more. I don't need much. I think 4 will be just enough. And I see some clay. Perfect. And apparently there's a snow biome here. I did not know that. Wow, that's a lot of clay. Awesome. And I'm gonna need it to make conveyor belts. Conveyor belts are a minefactory's way of transporting items, and they are pretty cool looking. And contrary to pipes or tubes, they do not transport items inside of the conveyor belts themselves, but on top of the conveyor belts. So actually the items are, you know, you can pick them up if you like go near to them, because they're basically on the floor. Technically, you know, on the floor, whatever, on the ground. Alright, meet you back at the base. Alright, I'm crafting myself some conveyor belts. And actually I didn't even need the clay, because the clay is only needed if you want to color the conveyor belts, and I'm just gonna use the default color. And I'm gonna need an item router here. Now how the item router works is it has each side has a different color, and you can say what color items are gonna go to. So in my case I want the seeds to go down, therefore I'm gonna use the black color. And I actually have to provide a seed. It doesn't use a hollow slot like other machines, so I need to use a seed in the filter and a piece of wheat. And do I have a seed? Yes, of course. So seeds go into the black slot. Wheat goes, let's say, into the green slot for now, and you know, I'll just put a chest in there. And now I need a hopper and a buffer from tubestuff. And I'm gonna craft them, and then I'm gonna show you how they're gonna work. Alright, so I got myself another one of those chutes, and I'm also getting myself a buffer, which is an item from tubestuff. And with that I'm gonna be able to automate everything. Now why am I not using the hoppers from vanilla that I have left? Because the hoppers don't currently output into the buffer. I've reported this to the developer, and I'm hoping he'll be able to fix that. So this is how it's gonna work. The router is gonna put the seeds into the hopper, and then the chute is gonna output into the buffer, and the buffer will actually I need a pipe here, will output automatically without having to do anything into the wooden pipe. And the wooden pipe is gonna go, since this is only gonna receive seeds, I can just put a cobblestone pipe in there, which is an item transport pipe. And let me get some bone meal to demonstrate that this is working properly. Alright, so where is the bone meal here? And let's give it some energy as well. So the harvester gets the wheat and the seeds, and apparently didn't gather any seeds. Oh yeah, it did. There you go. Did you see that? And now it's gonna plant them again. And now the buffer gets some seeds, and after a little bit it's gonna output them directly into the wooden pipes. And there you go. And the router is gonna put them, the pipes are gonna go into the planter, which is gonna plant them again. The harvester will harvest them, put all the wheat in here. So I could leave that running, but then I would lose a lot of energy, so I'm just gonna run it either when I'm feeding it bone meal, or when wait, I need to kill a creeper, so can't really think. Come over here. Do I have a sword? I need a sword. I promise I'll make a sword next episode. No! Alright, well, I guess creepers are actually trying to help me clear some space for my base, so thank you there. Thank you, good sir. And I'm gonna finish this episode because I'm almost out of time. I think this is a pretty cool device, and I'll have to make this output directly into my chest over there with plant stuff. So I hope you enjoyed watching. This was the 4th episode of my Let's Play, and I'll be back on episode 5, and I'll be using a mod you've probably never even heard of before. So see you then.